Hi guys! So today I'm going to be doing a video for you all about dry shampoo, and this is everything that you ever need to know about dry shampoo. If you watch any of my other videos, you would know that I absolutely am obsessed with dry shampoo. I couldn't live my life without it. It is the #1 thing that keeps my hair fresh and nice, and it's like the one thing that I truly cannot live without. So first I'm just going to have some tips for you guys about dry shampoo, because I know a lot of people don't use it because they think that it doesn't work or that they're not doing it right. And I promise you, anybody can use dry shampoo. It doesn't matter if you have thin blonde hair or thick black hair. I promise you, you can use dry shampoo and it will work for you. My hair is now a couple days old and I just put some dry shampoo in it and we're good to go. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's messy because I haven't even brushed it yet today, but it definitely doesn't look super oily, which my hair would normally look like after a couple days of no washing. So the most important thing that you need to remember when using dry shampoo is to spray it in your hair, obviously, wherever your hair is oily, and it's usually right around your roots, and let it sit there. I know a lot of people will spray and then try and like tousle it or tousle it or brush it out or whatever right away. Just let it sit. Do your dry shampoo and then go do your makeup or put your earrings in or like do whatever it, like do something for a couple of minutes first and then go in and try and like tousle your hair and brush it out. Waiting 30 seconds to a minute will work wonders. And this is for spray dry shampoo. This is not applicable to powdered dry shampoo. But for spray dry shampoo, just make sure that you let it sit there. And your hair is going to absorb it and it's going to make it just work a million times better if you just let your hair absorb the dry shampoo before you go messing with it. The next most important thing is to then, of course, tousle it with your fingers or with a hairbrush. Just work it into your hair. I like to flip my head over because it gives me some more volume, but just, you know, just work it in there. Like press it into your roots, work it out. Or you can, if you don't want to get your hands all gross, you can just throw a brush through it and that'll work too. I prefer using my fingers because I feel like I can really work it in a little bit better. But after you spray it, make sure that you tousle it. The next thing is, don't be gentle with your hair. I mean, obviously to some extent, be gentle with your hair. Oh my god, the sun just went away. Why does this always happen to me? Please come back. Hopefully this isn't too dark. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, don't be gentle with your hair. Really work it in. Tip your hair over. Just like get your fingers in there, work it out really well. Like I said, I like to flip my head over for more volume because that's another great thing about dry shampoo. Not only does it degrease your hair, but it also gives you tons of volume and texture in your hair, which I will sometimes put dry shampoo in my hair when it's not even oily because I think it just makes my hair look more alive. One thing that I do sometimes when I'm using dry shampoo is I'll put it in at night. So like if I know that I'm going into like second or third or fourth, fifth, sixth day hair, I will put it in at night before I go to bed, and then I'll just put my hair up in a bun, or sometimes I'll put it down in like braids, pigtail braids, or like one braid down the side, because I think sometimes that's a little bit nicer for your hair follicles to like be facing down as opposed to up in a bun. So I'll put it in at night and that really helps get more volume, and then you don't have to worry about getting your fingers gross or your hairbrush like gross with that kind of like white cast, and it just really helps to give you more volume and work it into your hair. I like to lift my hair up in layers and get in there like that, so you're not just spraying like the top part of your hair, you're spraying the bottom and you're spraying in between, so that no matter what you do with your hair, if you move it around or whatever, you're still gonna look like it's clean all the way through. Dry shampoos all work differently on different hair. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you some of my favorites and some of my least favorites, but it's going to work differently on different hair. So a dry shampoo that your best friend uses might not work for you. And also, you have to remember that sometimes dry shampoo will work as like a mild kind of hairspray. So a lot of people think that their hair feels really weird after it. I mean, you get used to it, and certain dry shampoos feel differently than other dry shampoos, but you just have to like understand that that's going to happen, and your hair is not going to be like a flowy Garnier Batiste ad after you do it, but it's definitely going to look more clean, and it doesn't really bother me that my hair is like a little bit more stiff. I actually think it's great for styling. It will stay in one place a little bit better without having that like crustiness of hairspray. So it doesn't really bother me, but you just have to like, it's just one thing you have to remember when using dry shampoo. Yeah, and like I said before, I can also use it on clean hair if I'm styling it, or if I want to add curls to it, or if I want to pull it back or like do something like that with it. It just works really well with clean hair as well, just to give yourself a little bit more texture and something for all of your tools and your hair accessories to like grip to. Okay, Now really quickly I'm going to go over some of my favorites and some of my least favorites. I was kind of putting off this video for a while because I didn't want to have to go out and buy all the ones that I hated so that I could like show them to you, so I didn't. I literally have one here with me, and that's just the one that I'm using right now. And it's neither a favorite or a least favorite, it's just one that I like and I think works and is really inexpensive. And that one is the Suave Professional's Keratin Infusion Dry Shampoo for all hair types. I know they have a different one that has like a different color band around it that's not orange. I really like this one. It smells really nice. It works on my hair and Barbie's hair, and she has like really thin blonde hair, so I like this one. It's good and it's really inexpensive. It's like $3.99 or something at Target. My number one favorite dry shampoo, which I have said in at least, I mean, considering I don't have very many videos, I've said it in a couple of them, and it's the Fudge Urban Dry Shampoo, and I will put them all in the description box so that you guys can find them because I don't have them here. But the Fudge Urban one is great, but the only problem with it is that you can only find it at selected Target stores. So I know a lot of people can't find it. Out of all the Targets I've ever been to, which is a lot of Targets, I only seem to find it at one. Okay, sorry. So my second favorite dry shampoo is definitely the Got2Be, you know, the 2B dry shampoo. I really like that one. I was surprised with how much I liked it when I picked it up and tried it. It smells really good and it just works really well. And then of course another one of my favorites is Batiste. It's a classic. It's been around forever. It's pretty much everyone's favorite. I love Batiste. I love that there's a million different scents, so you can just like find one that suits you. I also love that they have one for dark colored hair, because I know a lot of people don't use dry shampoo because of the white cast. And even though if you let it sit and then tousle it the way that I explained, you won't have any white cast, but I know some people are a little bit impatient, so if you want to use that one for dark hair, then that one's a really great one for that. One thing about it is I think that it goes faster. Like, I feel like I always find myself with empty bottles of it, but I don't really mind because then I get to try out new scents. Some of my least favorite ones, I have a couple. One in particular was the Garnier one I really didn't like. The Herbal Essences one I really didn't like. What were some other ones? Oh, the Not Your Mother's one I didn't like, which is surprising because I usually love Not Your Mother's hair products, but I really didn't like that one. And then any other ones that I haven't named, like the Tresemme one or the Suave, I like those ones. Any ones that I really haven't named from the drugstore, they're not a favorite or a least favorite. So, you know, just because I don't like a dry shampoo doesn't mean that you might not like it. I just found with the Herbal Essences one and the Garnier one that it came out clear instead of with that white cast, which I know some people might like, but to me it just kind of made my hair look wet, which is pretty much the opposite of what I want my hair to look like if I'm using dry shampoo. Another one that is really great is the one from Lush, and that one's in a powder form, so you just kind of sprinkle it on your hair and then you do the same thing and tousle it. So if you're more into powder dry shampoos, that one's great. If you are just trying to experiment with dry shampoo and see if you like it or not, I highly recommend using baby powder, because a lot of people just have that in their house, and that works really well as well, just to absorb that moisture, because that's the whole point of baby powder, is to absorb moisture. So that one's really great. And then you can also mix in some cocoa powder with your baby powder if you want it to be a little bit darker. The cocoa powder doesn't really do anything except just make that a little bit darker, so there's a little bit less of a white cast. So that's it. That's everything you need to know about dry shampoo. I hope this was a little bit helpful to you. I have a corresponding post on my blog, and that's the whole reason why I wanted to make this video, because that blog post was a big success and people really seemed to like it, so I thought that I would make a video to go along with it. So I will link that down below in the description box, along with listing all of the products that I mentioned here today. If you have any questions about how to use dry shampoo, if I rush through anything, what is that noise outside? If I rush through anything, I know. Let me go close the windows. You can probably still hear it, but hopefully I can just finish up really quick. So if I rush through anything and you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, or you can tweet me. I will put links to everything down in the description bar. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it at least a little bit helpful when you're trying to use dry shampoo. I highly recommend it. It drives me crazy when people don't use dry shampoo because they're not doing it right. So I really just want everybody to love it and use it as much as they can, because it's really healthy for your hair. It's really good for your hair not to wash it so often, to let it absorb those natural oils that your hair will give out. And the door is open. I'm sorry that the door is open behind me and the background changed. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and give it a thumbs up if you learned something as well. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon. Until next time, bye.